Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low bass, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Tap, took a tap in, baby. We done made it to Friday Eve, the second best day, the third best day. The first best day is Friday. Okay, the fourth best day. The first best day is Friday. The second best day is Saturday. The third best day is Sunday, only when it's football season. When it's football season, it's the third best day. Sorry, y'all, I'm not a churchgoer. My bad, I'm a heathen. My bad, I don't go praise the Lord with y'all. My bad. Don't look at me like that. I see y'all in the don't look at me like that. Thursday Eve is an amazing day because we know we're getting close to the weekend and getting close to chilling. So yeah, everybody get ready. All right, let's get it poppin', J Black.
When I catch you,
don't start that this morning,
You don't know what a crackhead is, fam.
We are not going to do that today, yet.
Check this out. I'm going Def
Nobody said you were crack baby.
Bro. When I see you, Michael Rappaport,
first thing.
You better have your security with you, fam. Don't you ever go to Chicago. Don't ever go to Malibu.
Sorry, y'all.
Come on. Morning, white chocolate.
I'm just gonna delete them. I have to redo the sound effects because I don't know why Kanye is on every sound effect.
That's Kanye. I don't know. Kanye, this threatening stuff don't suit you. Like we don't. You know, I'm sure you got a lot of money and you might have some people on payroll, but it doesn't suit you, and it's not the way we should go with this, Kanye. Because I'm really trying to rock with you, Kanye. I'm really trying to support you in a lot of things that we're gonna talk about that you're saying, and I'm starting to believe a lot of things that you said. And I'm starting to believe the stuff that everybody called you crazy. I realize that you're not crazy. Oh, I thought Mo froze and then she blinked.
No, because I'm listening to you, and then I'm looking at you sort your pills like a citizen.
Yeah. These are all the pills. Let me tell you something. That's why I don't call people crazy because
as he takes another pill.
Because anybody saw me in the hospital. I had mittens on and I chewed through them. I can't call nobody crazy.
Once you got that visual, and you say, what are you doing?
I was chewing through my mittens. I was cursing people out. I can't call nobody crazy.
And you was chewing in slow motion too.
Yeah. Right. Because the first time y'all wasn't there. The first time I chewed my skin by mistake. And blood spurted. I can't call Kanye crazy. That's why Kanye. I'm trying. I am trying.
You can't call nobody
to
crazy.
See through the distractions. I'm trying to focus on the real narrative that you're trying to put out there. I'm trying. Now you make me shaky when you start challenging Minister Louis Farrakhan because I'm like maybe, but I got it. You said it. You said I'm not gonna let anybody come at me, but we can have a sit down talk. I like that. I'm cool. Maybe you should have a sit-down talk with Minister Farrakhan. I think that might benefit him, honestly. I think that might in a positive way, add fuel to his fire. Because I think he will then feel, after that conversation, that he has an ally. And then maybe Minister Farrakhan can tell him, you got to stay away from Donald Trump, and this is why. But as we proceed, J Black, how was your night?
Yesterday, what was yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday, Jeopardy. Jalil watched that. Survivor. Mo, you got all the black people that was left. They both got kicked off yesterday.
They all gone. They all gone.
No more black people.
Are you gonna still watch it?
Shout out to Jason.
Yeah, I'm one of them people. I got to see how it ends. I need to know how it ends. So, I know
how you are. Something loses its blackness. Like you.
I know. I do. I boycott. I'm done. I'm done for this. I do that with Wheel of Fortune. I'm mad now. Oh, you screwed up. You're making us look bad.
And I was only watching and invested because Jay was on there. Other than that, I really wasn't invested in the show.
I watch it all the time.
Not Jay Black, y'all. Jay. This dude named Jay.
Not Jay Black, but Jay named Jay. At Jay to the Jones.
I still don't know why Mo was so invested with Jay. I still don't know why she was so invested. I don't know. We talk behind the scenes. What's going on over there?
And I get my windshield today, finally. Yeah, finally get this windshield debacle fixed.
Safe Flight replace. Safe Flight repairs.
Yeah.
If you get the Safe Flight, make sure you don't. If Safe Flight is doing it, make sure you get the insurance. So from here on out, every time you get your windshield replaced is free. Pay the extra. Yes.
But I'm not paying extra. But
pay for the insurance. I'm telling you, it comes.
I'm going through my insurance. The insurance is the one.
No, but they have a separate insurance. Listen to Michael Shawn.
Safe Flight has a separate insurance that the person who puts the windshield won't tell you about. Yeah, they won't tell you about it, but it's there. If you listen to the commercial tells you. But you got to pay extra for the insurance, and then anytime something happens to the windshield, they got to come out there wherever you're at. They can come to your job. You can go to work with that crack, and they got to come to your job and replace it. Because I was at the radio station, they had to replace mine.
Well, they telling me I got to leave it for 3 hours or something because they got to get calibrated and all this other stuff.
You got to do what?
I guess because the sensors inside the windshield.
Yeah. It takes a minute.
They can't do it on the street. You got to be in the shop and
stop poking out your lips. Like I hear it all the way from here.
I got the same sensors on my car? Why did they? Well, anyway, all right. So how'd everything else go? That girl who hosts Jeopardy. Now that I watched it, she used to be on one of my great shows with the nerds. She used to be
Blossom. Talking about Blossom.
Yes, I used to love
Mayim something.
I used to love that show. She was Sheldon's girlfriend. That was so funny. They were hilarious.
Talking about the show where they're scientists.
Yeah. What's the name of that show?
Sid? You talking about Sid the Science Kid?
No. It's on NBC. It's on NBC.
And they were
Fox, really, whatever. I don't know.
They had like engineering jobs, science jobs. I know what you're talking about. I used to watch that too.
Yeah, she was good. She was funny on that. They were all funny. So that was it. Jeopardy, Survivor, Windshield.
Yeah, that was my yesterday. Yeah,
that's a whole wrap. That was a Wednesday. That sounds like a Wednesday. That sounds like stuff we do on Wednesday. You talking about the Big Bang Theory? Thank you, John Page. The Big Bang Theory.
Bialik or it's an Arabic name. Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Where y'all going?
Blossom, that's her real name.
That's a girl.
Oh, yeah, she was Blossom too. I forgot. She been making money. Big Bang Theory. Oh, they make me laugh. I even started watching Young Sheldon. It's funny, but
oh my gosh, my son watches that, and I just
and I didn't know this entire time. I didn't know. I read something that Sheldon is autistic.
Yes,
I just thought he was just that type of quirky and I didn't know. That's genius.
Yes,
that's a genius character. That's amazing. I was like, oh, I didn't know. So anyway, that was my TV review. Mo, how was your night?
I spent it. I had dozed off during a meeting last night, and
you was up at 3:30 in the morning. I don't know what was going on with you.
Don't blame me
because I was working.
Jeez, you're the only therapist who got stripper hours. You're the only therapist that's
during the day. First of all, I'm a consultant.
A consultant.
I'm in this therapist game. I'm a behavior specialist, consultant, and a mobile therapist.
But you are a therapist, right?
Yes,
you are a therapist.
But I'm also a behaviorist. So those are two different roles.
Okay.
But so at night, yes,
So you buy Jabba Rule, huh? You buy Jabba Rule. All right, go ahead.
I'm up right in treatment plan at 3 o'clock in the morning because that's the only time I can do it.
Well,
I could be here with y'all.
You work
for the people.
Because I wasn't up till 3:30. I fall asleep and then I wake up around 3:30 and then I look at my phone for a little bit.
Yeah,
and then I fall back to
I'm
sleep.
typing and all I hear is bing.
I heard somebody. I said, well, they'll see this when they wake up. I heard somebody respond. I said, who is responding?
And I was trying to figure out who was texting me at all weird hours of the night. And it's Michael Shawn.
Yeah, did you see the text where I said what you got on? Did you see that one? No.
What you got on?
I said an audio text. Shawty Scott, what are you doing over there looking all serious? What you about to rob somebody? Why you look so serious today?
Oh, I'm looking for the video so I can upload it.
All right, well, put a fake smile on while you uploading it. You look all mean and everything. Good morning.
Things. I can't even look at it. Good morning.
There you go. All right. How was your night last night?
It was, I guess, good. I went to sleep. I fell asleep on my daughters. So they were a little irritated with me, but I was tired. So
you fell asleep what?
On your girls?
Carly was trying to. I've implemented in my house that they have to read. They have to read and they have to give me an essay on what they read. So last night I told them they had to read.
Good morning, Ashley.
I'm making them read the book of James in the Bible because it talks about your mouth and how to deal with people.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you just talked about your mouth. I was gonna have. Never mind.
You know what? That's for me.
I was gonna refer a few people to the Book of James. Go ahead.
So we did the first chapter together. I read the first chapter with them the other day. And so last night they had to do chapter 2 and write me an essay on what they got out of it and how they're gonna apply it to their life. So Tamara did hers and she came in, she read hers to me. And then when Carly finished and she was reading it, I fell asleep on her. And then
come on, Shawnee.
Went over the word count.
Come on, Shawnee.
My eyes, and Carla was rolling her eyes at me, standing there looking at me. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I'm tired. But I did that because they got in the car the other day and they was just on their phone. And Tamara said that she wants her reading test. And I said, well, that's because you don't read to understand. You read TikTok, you read Instagram. You're not.
Wow, you sound like Lady Q. Don't read to understand. No, I just read.
Then when you take these tests, it'll be second nature because it don't make sense that y'all make all A's, but you want the reading test,
reading comprehension.
You can't read now, and so that's why they got to read now. So now it's gonna be they're gonna finish the Book of James so they can work on their attitudes, and then we're gonna do like Newsweek. Like Enterprise, stuff like that. They gotta sit down and read so I can have an intelligent conversation with my kids and not, on this TikTok such and such happened. We gonna have to do better.
That's crazy because
that's balance. That's good.
My dad, one thing my dad did do, this back in the day. Now, mind you, I'm older than a lot of people who are watching. My dad would literally make me read the newspaper, but not the Post, the New York Post. He would bring the Daily News. Anybody who knows the Daily News. Them articles back in the day were like detailed articles. And he wouldn't let me just read the sports section. This is the only reason why I'm into politics, because the man made me read all this stuff. So I was reading stuff about like was it what president was it? The first president that I really
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, I was still Ronald Reagan was probably the first president. Because I remember Jimmy Carter running. I remember Jimmy Carter debating. I forget, it was Walter Mondale. Why would I know that? My dad would just have me watching. I think I think Walter Mondale was the primary or whatever it is. My dad used to would do something what Shorty would do. That's a big deal.
No. Tashawn said, what president you was reading?
George Washington.
Ain't that the first one? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's literally the first one. That's a big deal, reading for comprehension.
The man is on the money.
No, I remember watching TV when Ronald Reagan got shot by John Hinckley. I was like, damn, did they just pop? Oh,
wow.
And James Brady got hit in the head and never was the same. And they did the Brady bill, and all of a sudden, guns never stopped.
Tom Brady.
No, James Brady. I don't know how I remember all this stuff. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's a great idea, Shawnee. I think because what we do for me too. Let me tell you something.
We read the words.
I used to take a book with me on the plane on every trip, and I would read that book. And by the time I did the return flight, I would have the book done. There's no way right now. You give me a book, dog. I'll see you in March when I get done. I see you around my birthday. I'm doing 10 pages at a time. Listen, Instagram got your brain so lazy. Anyway, last night was cool with me. I have my afternoons open, right? So I'm like, I need to do something, like anything. So I hear people door dashing and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? That seems easy. Pick up some food, take the food to the place, take a picture of it, keep moving. Then, Mike, I remember when he got shot, I had just got home from school. Don Page. Me too.
50 plus. Okay.
Me too. I got home. I was like, they done shot the president. What type of nonsense is this? He's not a rapper. He ain't got no single out. What's going on?
He ain't got no single out.
So I apply to DoorDash. I download the app. I do the whole thing. I'm like, I do everything. I'm like, any felonies? No, I don't have any felonies. Driver's license. Background. They send me an email. Everything's clear. I'm like, well, cool beans. I said, this is what I'm going to do. When I get off here, because once I get off here, basically, I don't do nothing until I do my second podcast at 1:00. Well, things ain't go as smoothly as I thought because they send me a threatening email.
You ain't verified?
So you applied to DoorDash. You did everything. You followed all the steps.
Yeah,
you
and
thought
then,
everything was good, and then out of nowhere you got a threatening email. Let me hear this.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can find this bastard. I was.
I perked up like, wait a minute.
Okay, so let me see if I can edit this and go to where. Okay, you recently authorized DoorDash to obtain consumer reports / or investigate consumer reports about your consumer reporting agency. Now, I don't have a consumer reporting agency. I don't know. DoorDash is considering taking adverse action regarding your engagement with the DoorDash platform in a whole or in part based on information in such reports, including the following specific identified in the report. I, for those who don't know, have had a DUI.
Yeah.
So the DUI came up.
No, it didn't.
But this is the thing. But this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm transporting food. I'm not going to Uber. I'm not going to. So okay, I said cool. Then don't. I said so. Don't give me the job, right? I said then don't give me the job. This is where they confuse me. The core function of the independent delivery service provider is to safely make deliveries, some of which include alcohol. I was like, I didn't know y'all were delivering alcohol. I said, now I get it. Okay. Anyway, it goes. It directly weighs against the courier's fitness to deliver on the platform. In addition, the offense are recent and further weigh against the courier's fitness to deliver on the platform. In addition, the multiple offenses demonstrate a pattern of conduct that further weighs against the courier's fitness to deliver the platform.
So basically,
this is what if you wish to dispute the accuracy of the information in the report provided. I got like 4 days. DoorDash evaluates the information in the report or individual case by case based on accordance to the law. Now, this is where they get me. This is what they confuse me. If you seek opportunities to perform delivery services in Los Angeles and DoorDash receives additional information from you within the next 5 business days, we require to reassess your case. So they're going to look it over again if I'm in LA. Like if I'm in LA and I apply, they're going to look it over again.
They got different rules.
I said, what?
Different rules, yeah.
So I was like, y'all right. I forgot. Y'all do deliver. Y'all have the reason why I relapse because y'all deliver. So I sent. Let me see if I can find what I said. Dawn.
You sent a response back?
They said to respond. They needed me to respond within
it's
4 days.
Over. What do you got to respond for?
That's what I said. But this adverse action, like taking law action again, I'm like, well, just
oh, because you shouldn't even have attempted to apply, knowing you had a DUI. Why are you attempting to drive for DoorDash?
But isn't that what a background check is for?
I didn't even know that they did all of that.
Okay, so fine. I said, y'all want to respond? I said, I'm going to respond. I did not know this was an issue. I thought I was just transporting food, period. So I go, sorry for the misunderstanding, but I have an alcohol monitor in my car, which means I cannot start my car with a drop of alcohol in my system, and it randomly tests me while I'm driving, which means my deliveries would be the safest you could have.
Taking shots at other people that can think it's still good.
Then I said, lastly, I have been in recovery for 2 years now. Once again, I apologize for my misunderstanding.
You did a whole paragraph.
Then I said, fuck you. No, I'm playing. I ain't said it. Now listen, I'm not saying they not right. They right. I forgot that they deliver. I forgot.
Yeah, but so I would think that they would be able to put some type of like restriction on what you're doing, like your pickups. But like, can't they just put you on like the fries and the burgers and the wings?
The problem I have is, are y'all drug testing people before they go take these drives? Because my car is literally drug testing me while I'm driving. Shawnee been in my car. That thing beeps every 15, 20 minutes. You about to catch a case. Exactly, Ashley.
Get in your car and blow.
You about to get a new charge. Oh, God.
Might be a petty right now going back. No, they told me they needed a response within 4 days.
That's if you wanted to continue applying, continue trying to go down.
No, so I was like, y'all need a response. Y'all talking about adverse action? Okay, well, here's some adverse wording that I have to say right back at you.
It's just the info they have to send when they decline you. So Stacey Mitchell said it's just generic. You didn't have to respond and put thought.
But when you
put thought in it.
Mike is like. in paragraph 4, section 7. Yes, exactly, J. Marie. But this is my thing. I am so close. The countdown of my probation being over is here. Like, I met my probation officer yesterday, and she was a sweetheart. And she was like, you have the countdown. You are almost there, just hanging there. I said, you best believe. Boy, December 29th. December 29th. The inhale party that I have, that I'm going to have, is going to be amazing.
Why?
I don't know where I'm going to have the inhale party, but wherever I have it, I'm staying my ass right there. Whether it be
probably wait a couple days.
Yeah, I don't think you should pick up another habit.
Oh, well, it won't be December 29th. I'm just saying that because I still got to get the machine out my car, the whole thing like that. Like all that.
Wait a while just in case they come back with something else and say,
oh, no. Once the machine is over, once the machine is out my car, it's over. Even the probation officer told me. I said December 28th. So if I paid, like I got to go pay, I think I owed him $160. I got to pay $160 and I'm clear. I done paid everything. That's it. Everything's done. Is it?
How much was your total fine? Left $168. Sheesh.
Well, that's Jersey. I mean, that was Jersey. That was for my entire thing for Jersey. Texas was a whole nother thing. That was a whole nother money grab.
But on your DoorDash thing, I am going to have a true transparency moment because I had an issue after I got locked up for stealing cars when I was young. In order, you needed to get a job afterwards. Yeah. I applied and got hired at Enterprise. Right. But they have hired me before they did their full background check.
Mind you, he gonna work someplace and he was stealing cars.
I was stealing cars in the applied to a rental car place. So I'm laughing at you with this DoorDash thing, but I did it too. But at the same time, I was like 18, 19. But so that was my true transparency moment.
The car prep.
And they hired me though. They shouldn't have said yes before they waited for my background to clear. Just because I nailed the interview.
How long did it take? How long were you working before they found out?
No, I got my hiring packet. I still was for years later getting stuff too from that company. But I never actually started the work. It was just the training aspect. And that was dumb. They was like, yeah, we got your background and stealing cars. You couldn't be working at a rental car store.
I'm surprised they have their internal loss prevention that does like double checks outside of like third party. So I'm surprised they even
I was 17.
J Black.
I was a minor.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I was a minor. I was a minor. I was a minor.
But hip hop ain't had nothing to do with his thieving ass. He was over there listening to gangster rap.
You always try to blame hip hop for everything.
When J Black would steal cars, he would have a Walkman on.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He would be humming straight out of Compton, a crazy mother named J Black.
Shut up. I ain't want you to be on the island by yourself.
Wait a minute. Stop the presses. I want to do something. Because I ain't stealing nothing, but I did get fired from Uber for some stuff, but I'm not gonna say why. But so every day we talk about wokeupinspired.com.
Right.
What's the shirt back there? Tell us the shirt that you're showing, because every day you feature a shirt.
Oh, Lady Q. Yeah, she be making stuff. This is a Tupac one, and it had even though you're fed up, you gotta keep your head up, Tupac. So it's like a little Tupac, hoodie and Q-net. She always coming up with ideas and stuff.
Shout out to Lady Q and Woke Up Inspired, but I thought Shawnee had something. No disrespect to Lady Q and Woke Up Inspired. When she paused, I thought she was gonna say some stuff.
I thought it was going.
I thought she was gonna be like, "Look, I gotta tell y'all something. There's something going on in my life I need to speak on."
Well, I gotta tell y'all something. There's something going on in my life I gotta speak on. I got banned from Uber for life.
Oh, life. Did you curse somebody out? I'm sure.
No, because I lied.
You lied on your application.
Today is J Marie, happy birthday. It's hair twist day for her and lashes. Go ahead, girl.
Happy birthday. Yeah, I lied. I changed some information on
no. Allegedly.
Can we cue the
let's just chill. Let's just chill with that. Let's just stick with you were banned for life. Let's just say that you were banned. She can't even order an Uber. Like they banned her. Like she can't even get an Uber. Like they got her picture. They got her picture plastered on all the Uber drivers. They were like, Can't pick. Cameron, can't pick up. All right, Jay
Oh,
Black. I need a Nelly shirt. Who needs a Nelly shirt? What
Nelly, my sister lives in this rural part of PA now, and Nelly's coming to do a show.
What just happened? What just happened?
Oh,
business of the week.
Yeah.
Damn,
so
all right.
so yeah, Nelly coming to town, so she wanted a Nelly shirt. I said, you better get with Lady Q, and so she gonna make her a Nelly.
And you better run them pockets. I heard Lady Q ain't doing no more free shirts. That's what I heard. Word on the street. Word on the street is Lady Q ain't doing no more. I don't know about this, Shawnee. I don't know if we supposed to just drop this in the middle if they watching. I don't know. I don't know about this. No, because they're supposed to be watching us.
We talking about Woke Up Inspired.
We're talking about the website. And so shout out Jacqueline. I know Jacqueline just ordered some. She supported Queenborn. Pretty much a lot of people that support the show support Lady Q.
Beautiful.
So I can't remember everybody's names, but definitely she appreciates it. I appreciate it because it gets her excited.
Yeah, because it's now Woke Up Inspired, aka Run Them Pockets. That's what I heard. The whole.
Yeah, I think Jay Black be like, how much we make this week?
Early happy birthday.
Black said, can we get out of the hole so Jay Black ain't got to? No, she's trying. As a struggling new business owner, you got to put a lot out.
She's doing. Let me tell you something.
You stay in the hole for the first couple of years.
And Lady Q, the improvement. Your shirts were nice to begin with, but the improvement and what you've turned it into is super dope. I just want to give you a congratulations because I know it ain't easy having Suge Knight over your shoulder, breathing down your neck. Talking about we got to get out the black. This cat act like he is in Wall Street. We got to get out the black. Talking in the middle of it, not the commercial itself. What up, Jay Marie? Just happy birthday. So don't mind our business. Happy birthday. Just
she got orders yesterday. Okay, cool.
Lady Q. Okay, all right. So that was basically my night. That was it. That was all. I was doing a lot of running around. I told you I broke 2 TVs yesterday. We got another one today, so I'm gonna be very careful with this one.
Is the third TV. We need you to sit it in the middle of the bed.
I'm gonna sit it on a water bed. No, I'm gonna sit it on a water bed. I'm buying a water bed. I'm just gonna lay it on the water bed. All right. I don't know where we want to start.
Start with Shanquella.
It's just so serious, Shanquella. We can start. We stand with Shanquella. This is the most bizarre, disgusting story I've heard in a long time. We hear a lot of bizarre, disgusting stories, and I want all these people who are involved. I really want them to go to jail for a long, long time, but especially the guy and the girl who was beating her up. Which now there's a rumor that the girl was beating her up. Mm-hmm. Now this is strictly rumor, y'all. Mm-hmm. I don't know how true this is. Strictly rumor, but I've seen it a bunch of places. That the girl who beat her up wasn't really a girl.
That's the girl who beat her up.
They're saying that wasn't really a girl. Now, I want her, the 2 people videoing. Now, I want them to go to jail for a long time.
And the people videoing?
Yes, for a long time.
There's culpability. They could have stopped it.
They beat the girl up to a pulp, and then they left her there, and then she died there. Y'all all go to jail. I want y'all for a long time. But what I really would want y'all to do, if the family had a cousin that could get away with it, and this is going to be heinous, what I'm going to say. I'm using words like heinous. I must be sober. Listen. So, wow.
That's Shaquilla. Somebody said there was some jealousy involved, but go ahead, keep going.
I believe that I wish in a perfect world, those 3 people in that room, I wish they could get scooped up in a van, taken to a warehouse, tied up, have gas poured on them, and light all 3 of them on fire and let it burn slow. Let it burn slow. Y'all left that girl to die for no reason on the bed and lied to her mom. And y'all left and came home and left her there. And then the little punk ass had the audacity to try and get on Instagram Live too. I didn't notice the knots on her head.
Yeah.
Like
he said that he didn't notice them until the I guess the coroner and the investigators pointed it out, which again, all of their stories sound real shaky.
Now I'm not promoting it should be done. I said in a perfect world. In this world, I need them to go to jail forever. Like this is actually, you have to mentally be so disgusting to be able to do something like this. Like you have to really be mentally disturbed. Let me not say mentally disturbed because they might even use something like that. I don't want them to use mentally. Y'all just evil people. Y'all evil effing people to kill that girl like that. And jealousy had to play a part.
Allegedly they did.
No, they got the video.
Well, a fight doesn't mean you
and they left her there.
That doesn't mean you killed someone as well. Now,
no, that does mean you killed her. If what you did to her, if what the bodily harm that you did, if she died from that, you killed her.
That's they have to be proven.
They're omitting the fight,
but the problem is,
yeah, you got to admit the fight is on footage. You can't deny.
They're not going to be charged in the United States. It happened in Mexico, so Mexico
which is even better.
Unless the
could be worse.
Mexico is not. Mexico is not deeming it as a murder. So
they said accident. Yeah, they said it was accidental death. They thought it was alcohol poisoning, but yet her neck is broken, her spine was cracked, or something like that. Like, how is it accidental?
That's not what the paperwork stated. Alcohol. The paperwork stated. Now they said that it may have been an accidental death for alcohol. That's the lies that the friends told. But the paperwork actually didn't say homicide because they have a different classification. But it did say from a broken neck, and partial of a spine.
Mexico has to say this is this type of crime,
right?
And it happened. So what Mike is talking about, if you're gonna put them in a van and set them on fire, well, you better drive the ass to Mexico or go to Mexico and do it.
But what I love about Mexico is that Mexico would lock you up. I would love them to go to a Mexican jail. I would love them to go to a jail in Mexico.
Well,
even if they got a year. I would love them to spend them 12 months in a Mexican prison.
So you want the person that was fighting her, because I don't know why she was naked in the fight, and she wasn't fighting
because she came out the bathroom.
She was I don't think that she was naked. I think that it just looked like appeared as if she didn't have any clothes.
No, she didn't have any clothes on. Her breasts are out, her privates are out. No, she's naked.
On the video, it was hard to make out.
I got a clear video, and she is butt ass naked.
But the other dude that came, he said, I guess he came after the fact. He came the next day. He didn't arrive with them, and
there was one guest that arrived late. Yes,
and I guess he was making his case to show I wasn't there. I was watching his
Y'all all evil. Y'all all evil people. Y'all all evil people. I don't want to hear no excuses. I just want y'all to go to prison in Mexico. Oh, that would be so great. I would love it if y'all got in trouble over there and America denied you access to come back into the country. I would love that. I would love them to say, because of what you did, we're not going to give you access back into the country.
But if it happened in Mexico, that means it has to be charged in Mexico. So why is the FBI on our end now looking into it?
Because the FBI looked into it because she's an American citizen, number one. Her mother invoked the help of the FBI because she wasn't getting anywhere with the state or local authorities. So that's how the FBI came into play from the stories that I read.
So would it be jurisdiction if they find some foul play in Mexico crime? Like, could they do something here?
They could actually, if the FBI wanted to, they could ask Mexico, hey, do you mind if we take this over? And I don't see Mexico having a problem with it. Mexico don't give a damn about these people. If America said,
remember, they work hand in hand. So
if America say, hey, let us handle this, can you just bring them over? I can't see them having a problem with it.
So American can charge you for a crime that happened in Mexico. Like, I don't know if that works that way.
It's called extradition. Like they can bring you over and be like, is it cool? And all the country has to do is say, all they have to do is agree. And they say, this is what happened. Now y'all handle it. These are your citizens. Y'all handle it.
Or we're going to try this in the States. Yeah. We're going to try this in the States. We bring people from Mexico to answer over here all the time. And it has to be a hand-in-hand work with the Mexican government in order to do that, in order to extradite them out of that country to do so. So yeah, the Fed.
How you think we got El Chapo? How you think El Chapo wound up in a New York prison?
And then it depends on, like, once they start peeling everything back, what evidence is brought, because this happened. They got there one day, the next day it supposedly happened. So if that was something that they planned here, you know, it was, they just got to go through everything and figure out what, you know, once people start talking.
And sidebar, can we stop saying stuff like it's a shame because she was so beautiful? No, it's a shame because she was murdered. Like,
Yeah, it's
Like,
just a shame.
It's just a shame. Like, I know what y'all saying. She's a beautiful girl, but it's not a shame because she was beautiful. Like, y'all act like it would have been different if she didn't look that good. And I know people don't mean it, but it's just when people say stuff like, "My God, it's a shame. Did you see how beautiful she was?"
Right.
Dog, it's not. It's a shame because she's a human being, but it's something that happens all the time. But it's disgusting, and I just hope everybody gets what they deserve.
Yeah,
because that girl's never coming back, and to die like that, to die from injuries like that, means she couldn't even get up out the bed to try and get.
Why
help
wasn't
for
she
herself.
fighting back though? When the dude was like,
Some
"Come on,
people
Quilla,
ain't built.
at least fight back." Don't
yeah,
let her...
but when he said that got under my skin because I feel like at some point, why didn't you say, "All right, y'all, that's enough"? Like, all right,
Enough's enough.
that's enough.
She clearly
because he's
don't
not
want
a
to fight.
man. He's less than a
One
human
thing,
being.
We're not getting ready to go on a trip and me, Mo, and her sister, and Mo and her sister get in a fight, and I'm just gonna sit there and be like, "Okay, hit her back, Mo."
With your camera out while you're
Yeah.
taping.
Yeah, and you video. These are supposed to be your friends, and you gonna video that? Like, y'all all
Maybe
sick.
they was all talking trash. I was just trying to understand the how it could have went. But could it have been all talking trash? Like, yeah,
I don't care what preceded. When the action took place, that dude should have jumped in and stopped it.
When I saw that you wasn't fighting back, there's one thing if y'all talking trash and like, well, they want to do what they want to do. But it's another thing.
First of all, you such
fighting
a
back.
coward that if Mo and Shawnee, first of all, would never get to that. But if
That's
Mo
true.
and Shawnee, if one of them threw
That's true.
one punch, I'm
That's
jumping
true.
in the middle and be like,
That's
y'all
true.
are wilding right now.
Yeah, that's true. I take that back. Yeah,
I said, what are y'all doing right now? Like, what are we doing? What are y'all arguing about? Y'all
It
can
ain't
both
nothing
have
that
me.
deep.
Y'all can
Yeah.
both have me. Like, don't worry about it. We can all get in the bed. What y'all fighting over? I ain't say nothing. I ain't say.
What was sad to me, what I thought about is she died from injuries like that. She died slow. She didn't die. She probably didn't die instantly.
Yeah.
She died from the
pain.
trauma to the brain, blood. They could have been a rib punctured, a lung. It could have been anything.
So you know the Hayek bone, right? So when that is, it's
what's
very
it connected
thin.
to? What's that connected to? I don't know what the Hayek bone is. Like, you saying, why you saying so casually? None of us know what the Hayek bone is.
Sorry.
Jay Black, you know what the Hayek bone is?
No,
Shawnee, you know what the Hayek bone is?
I don't know what the Hayek bone is.
I thought it was the Hyatt bone. I thought you could find it at the hotel. Go ahead. What is the Hyatt bone, Mo? What is it?
It's thin, right?
Ooh.
So if the way that she was flung around, that's why they're trying to say that perhaps or allegedly that the fight contributed, because that's one of the bones that they're saying that was broken. That cuts off, that affects your breathing. Jesus. So for them to say like that she laid there. She didn't die instantly, but she laid there. That could have very well have been why she died, not just on the strength of it was
her broken neck and a spine that was her back.
You know what
spine,
type
her
of
back was
brutal
cracked.
beating that is to get a broken neck?
A broke neck and the spine in her back was cracked, according to the autopsy.
Dog, that is the injury, similar injury that had Peyton Manning have 7 surgeries on his spine and his neck. And that's from 300-pounders pounding on him in football games. That's what y'all did to this woman, this young lady.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what the is saying.
What the hell and Adam and Eve have to do with eat the damn apple? I don't know what you're talking about.
Why the hell did they eat the apple?
Spiritual advisors. What's that? Bernice Reed's said it was planned. They were jealous of her. Even the boy best friend, only the boy that arrived on a second day had no clue that they planned this. Oh, there's a boy who arrived on a second day.
Yeah, he was the one that was saying I wasn't there. I didn't know what was going on. I kept trying to wake her up and get her up, and they kept telling me that she had alcohol poisoning and drunk too much.
Yeah, but here's another one who said he didn't realize the knots on her head. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what was you looking at? Yeah. She's naked. So why wouldn't you call? Why wouldn't you call for help then? Why would if
maybe he did? Maybe he did.
All 3 of y'all. If I see a body, a naked body with lumps and not moving, and it's barely, I'm sitting there going like, so y'all ain't called nobody yet? So y'all been sitting here. I'm like, come on, like enough. Like, this is crazy, man. This world has turned into an evil place.
It was 7 people there. 7 people signed in. And then they got their phone numbers, and they put their phone numbers on the internet, so they probably all.
Yeah, I saw that. Remember,
address, all of that.
They want everybody. I'm sure they turned their phones off by now.
Well, first of all, you know, Black Twitter is undefeated when it comes to locating somebody and putting out all of their information.
All their governments.
Yes,
all their information.
Their job, their LinkedIn accounts.
Wait, who put that on there? Somebody else put all their stuff on there?
Yeah, I sent it. We got it in the group thread. I mean, we ain't gonna put all that stuff up, but yeah, they had
well, it's up on Twitter, right?
Their social media, it's on Twitter. Everything.
Yeah,
yes,
everything is
physical address.
I didn't want us to do that. I don't think that would be responsible.
And they got their addresses on there too.
Their home address, and they even started adding their employers. Like they saw where the girl worked. And started adding
Yup, let's play now. Y'all want to play? Y'all want to play evil? Let's play evil. Let's play evil now.
I was gonna say you're not putting it up there.
No, I'm not gonna put their phone numbers.
No.
To Charlotte.
No, that was just their little faces. You could just see all their pictures of all her squad.
That is disgusting. Yeah. You can't trust these people. Shawnee had a long conversation with her daughters. I thought that was actually. I do. I thought that was parental genius to point this out on Friends Ain't Your Friends. You know who your friend is? That sister that you live with. That's the one that is the one that you can have confidence in. Other than that, the rest of these folks out here,
Well, I don't know if always blood is that like that. I don't know. If
I'm saying those two
is important. Yeah. I had to have that talk because the baby girl. When I saw that, I thought of my baby girl because she always trying to be somebody's friend, and I tell them like that little girl don't like you, that little girl is jealous of you, and I'm like, this is what I'm about, and I had to show him the video.
Well, that's my friend. I want to go spend the night. We're gonna go to this hotel. I want to go.
Nope. No,
we've been hanging out last couple of days, and that's such enough. Stop. We just all cool.
No, we good. I put that in my girls a long time ago. Now, Kayla is the friendly one. Now, Kayla's starting to become more aggressive, which is good. But yeah, your sisters and brothers. Listen, do I know y'all gonna have problems? And do I know there are brothers and sisters who don't like each other and are enemies? Yeah, I do. I'm just saying for the most part.
But there's a difference between not liking your sibling and having like a little sibling rivalry to your sibling who would cause bodily harm to you, like who would see you die or plot against you. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's a different because there's a story out now about that. The sister was jealous of her sister who was pregnant, killed her sister and the unborn baby. All of a sibling rivalry.
Well, I can't. That's not sibling rivalry. That's mental. That's mental disturbance. That's a whole different story. But I'm saying in general, like when there was a problem in school, Monty used to leave her senior year early, and there was a problem in school with the twins. The twins had some type of little problem, and Monty did a U-turn and went back up in that bitch. And I was like, yes, okay, sorry about that. I said, okay. I said, I see y'all good right now. I see y'all got, and nobody called me. Nobody.
She had it handled.
And I was like, they told me after the fact. She was like, Dad, that was good. They just said I had to see these little girls, and I was like, all right, well, okay, you had to see them, then you saw them. That's all it is. Then Monty was like,
my sisters stay out they face.
But this is disgusting. All right, I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
We'll keep following it and see how it play out. You know, you feel bad for the parent.
I want to, all right, so no segue. We ain't got a clip for this because I didn't send the clip. There's a pastor who was in church and was talking about how civil rights leaders and everything have left Kanye and Kyrie Irving, especially he was talking about Kyrie Irving, how they've left Kyrie Irving out to dry. Like nobody has talked in support of Kyrie Irving at all. And he basically said, listen, I had that talk with my kids all the time. Don Page. You can't trust nobody out here. But the pastor said something, I'm not a big church guy, but he was like, even if you don't agree with with Kyrie, the way they're dragging him, we're just going to allow his kids to watch this media destroy their father. And we're not going to say anything. Because when it's the other side, when Brett Favre steals millions of dollars from the welfare department His people make sure that story gets pushed to the side. And when the Tom Brady's get the PPP loans, nobody talks about. But then when Kyrie just retweets something, we allow him to sit there and they just it's the mob mentality. And nobody. And the pastor said, I'm going to stand up for Kyrie because no one pastor will stand up for Kyrie. And I'm sitting there going, what does this do wrong? And I know it's a story that just never goes away. And I've talked about it a lot. I just don't get it. I don't get why we don't protect us. And there's certain conversations. There's a legendary conversation that happened between Muhammad Ali and Martin Luther King, who had two different views on how the civil rights movement should move. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Muhammad Ali was Muslim and was friends with Malcolm X until he left the Nation of Islam. And a white reporter came up to them and said, can you tell us what you talked about? And it's a legendary clip. Muhammad Ali said, none of your business. Because certain stuff, even if we don't agree with Kyrie, right, we ain't supposed to say it on the microphone in front of everybody.
Right.
You're supposed to do it behind the scenes, Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Yeah, Charles going hard. Charles just on CNN still going hard against Kyrie.
You're supposed to call him directly and say what you got to say. But your sellout ass would rather sit there and use your platform to destroy this dude. But one guy, Jay Will on ESPN, and I said it yesterday, I say it again, because I got that clip. I'm going to post it on Instagram. The one black man on TV said, why are we coming at him with that energy, but not coming at Jeff Bezos with that energy? He's the only one making money off of this. He's the one dude who said something. I'm a big Jay Will fan from here on out. Former Duke star, former NBA basketball player whose career ended because of a motorcycle accident. He's the one person who stood up. One. Then the script was one guy, Jason Whitlock, who I'm really not a fan of Jason Whitlock, but he made a good point. He said the powers that be said, y'all have to understand we're not going to allow this. You cannot defend the statements in the Jewish thing. But they said, because they wanted their black announcers to be black again, but they allowed them to speak on how ridiculous it was to make him do all this stuff to get back in the league. Boy.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So before Mo goes, let's get a couple quick stories in, Mike? Because I know she got a great.
You don't listen, Jay.
Let's get this mother crawl.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Allegedly, with Sexy Mo, powered by Media Room 360 TV.
Okay.
What did he listen to? What did he listen to?
Because WokeUpInspire.com. I approve the message that Lady Q says Jay Black reads to just read and not read to comprehend.
Oh, my bad. I missed something.
My bad.
Oh, yeah, she gotta go. Oh, I was trying to.
You don't read for comprehension.
I just saw that she had to go. Yeah.
Jay Black does not comprehend.
Lady Q said that. I just read to read. I read.
Comprendo.
Mission
today
accomplished.
is Parent Teacher Conference Day, and I cannot be late.
Okay. Oh, you can't. You gotta get out of here.
Well, we're gonna change it up. Spitting it with Shiny Scott. So Shiny Scott go.
Wait a minute.
Shiny go spit some.
We going back to Kyrie thing. I want to comment there.
All right, Mo. I know you got it.
All right, Mo. You better put something on, girl. It's cold outside. I don't know what you got on right now, but you better throw
a blazer that goes over my shell.
Well, you better have a coat that goes over that blazer because it's cold outside.
Yeah, no, I got a blazer to go over this, but
we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see each other tomorrow. I can't comment on the Kyrie Irving thing like I really want to, but yeah,
go ahead. You got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes.
Chase it tomorroor.
You got 2 minutes. Go get it. You got 2 minutes. Go get it. Get your goblet. 2 minutes. Let me see.
It's more than that. I think it's deeper than that. Just even in the on Twitter, I saw that they were dragging Mark Lamont Hill, who literally is putting the stamp of approval, saying that it is anti-Semitic, and the act is anti-Semitic. But a lot of people are dragging him because they said, didn't you get fired for just pretty much the same thing when commenting on Israel? So it's one of those things of interpretation, number one, I think, because you can't label something as everything is anti-Semitic. Everything is anti-Semitic. Truth is truth, right? And if I looked at a film that had things in it, and I posted it, does that mean that I am anti-Semitic, or am I just sharing it as an awareness or a thought-provoking conversation, to spark a thought-provoking conversation?
That's it.
So that's the biggest problem I had with the Kyrie Irving thing. And then just not supporting him, or not, standing behind him, even though he apologized. He apologized.
They said he didn't apologize in the way that they wanted. They wanted him to
you
say,
don't get to decide. This is what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry, Mo. This is your time.
No. Because I was headed there. You don't get to determine how somebody apologizes. And he wasn't apologizing so much for saying it like as an admission of guilt, but apologizing because it wasn't meant to offend. It wasn't meant to say, I agree. He was more so coming from the Black standpoint. And I don't even think everybody has even seen the film.
Nobody has. Ain't nobody paying $11.99 for that thing.
Unless you got the jailbroken fire.
Yeah, unless you got the and then it's a documentary. So if you're not into documentaries, it's a hard watch. Yeah, you're gonna be like,
if you're not into documentaries, then you're gonna definitely be lost. But a lot of people are weighing in on this and don't even know exactly what happened. It's just like, oh yeah, he's anti-Semitic. He's anti-Semitic.
Charles Barkley did not watch that documentary.
Yeah.
Charles didn't watch that documentary.
So
but Harvey from TMZ was saying that since he's offended, he wants to hear Kyrie. He personally needs to hear certain things from Kyrie to be okay.
Harvey, we don't care. We don't care what you want, Harvey.
And so does every Black person get to hear people of non-color apologize for slavery and apologize for things that
we want certain things. We want certain things right
slavery,
now.
For us, I mean, it has to. There has to be some stop button on this.
There is a privilege
with people stamping anti-Semitic on everything that meant anything that mentions or implicates people who are from a Jewish descent.
He got mad at Dave Chappelle.
Go.
All right, go get your parody.
Don't keep that stereotype going. Go.
All right, go get going. Harvey was mad at Dave Chappelle. What are you mad at?
He's still mad at Dave Chappelle.
Who cares about you?
He said because Dave said you can think it but don't say it. Like he was saying that you shouldn't even have those thoughts.
But you know what's funny about that, Jay? He said you see a group of Black people, and they're this. Black people are this. I forget what he said about Black people. Black people are this. It was a stereotype. Then he said Italian people. You see a bunch of Italian, they're the mafia. But Jewish people.
Yeah, I remember.
And but Jewish people, it's a coincidence, and you can't bring it up. So you're not mad at the first two stereotypes. You ain't had no problem with the first two. You were cool with the first two. It's when they brought you into the mix is when you got upset. Just like when you do your stories, the stories that you pick on TMZ. Oh yeah. Oh, you'll be riding out Kanye being crazy and being in this and being in that. Man, you got the privilege that people think they can get away with. Critical race theory covers
what all exactly? So what does critical race theory covers? That's what Billy was just asking. I guess that would be a mode thing.
Critical race theory, they took it out. They were fighting to take it out because they didn't want the white kids to feel bad about something they had nothing to do with. What?
What they
didn't want to feel, oh, it's okay, but we don't want people to feel as if white people are still oppressing people. You are. What are you talking about? You absolutely are. Not you personally, but people in your race.
Yeah, that's
like I can't deny that people of my race, of my culture, sell drugs. Not all of them. Most of them don't.
But what you mean? I mean, people of all races and cultures sell drugs.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if it's there, it's there. If it's happening in your culture, it's happening in your culture. I have no problem. But y'all have a problem with y'all bringing up. Now y'all want to change history. Y'all don't want history to be taught now. Y'all literally don't want.
Because their grandparents can still be alive when that's like. I guess they don't want the white folks, the kids, to say, "Well, wait, that's what that's what y'all was doing back then." And I guess they didn't want them to feel bad for what their ancestors did.
They've been teaching their kids, so their kids know.
Well, I don't get it. Like, what are y'all trying? What they're trying to do is whitewash the past And
That's
they want to
exactly
get
what
it.
Don Page just said.
They want to whitewash the past so that people could say that the slave. You know what they had the nerve they were trying to run? That slaves were immigrants.
Yeah, it's like no, immigrant in what happened?
An immigrant is trying to come.
They were not trying to come here. They were not trying to come here, but and we don't have any black outlets, any black media outlets that can, you know, change the narrative.
No, and a lady Q, a Q comment brought to you by Woke Up Inspired. Critical race theory is taught at the university level, and they
YTs, they call it YTs.
Folks are butthurt because they teach any black history in school that says that they are savages. No, it's frustrating.
The whole Kyrie thing is it don't even make sense because all he did was just put the thing there. That's it. He didn't say nothing about it. And then I saw the one man that said, well, he should have put a caption with it. No, he shouldn't have, because there's plenty of people that post stuff and they just post stuff and don't put any caption with it, and everybody's like, and nobody is jumping on people for posting the foolishness.
But what's going to happen is this issue is going to get to the point where it's going to start getting very disrespectful, because at a certain point, people, minorities, but African Americans, well, they call them Latinx now. I was behind Latinx or Hispanics. There's going to come a point where people are going to start saying, I don't care how you feel. And that's where it's going to get ugly. When somebody says, so-and-so and so-and-so said this, you need to apologize. And somebody says, nah, I'm not. I don't care how you feel.
Well, you get canceled, right? You lose your job.
You can only get canceled. You can only get canceled if we support the cancellation. That's really my problem, is that if we don't support the cancellation, you can't cancel one of us. Right. Y'all don't have to mess with him or mess with her, but we still do.
You saying you support your people, yes, and you can check them behind it. Hey, you were wrong for this, but look, we moving forward. Boom. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like ESPN started slowing down and started letting they analysts start saying other things, because they saw Twitter and they saw the backlash. And they saw the thousands and thousands of tweets of people supporting Kyrie, and they were like, "Uh-oh," because they always trying to feed everybody. How can we keep these viewers? Because at the end of the day, ESPN don't give a damn about an issue. All they give a damn is about their viewership.
The numbers is up.
That's it.
So is the suspension over? The 5 games over yet? Did he do everything on the list?
From what they reported,
4 out of 6. Like, where is he at on the list?
4 out of 6. I feel horrible that he even did this, but this is what happens in
40 million a year.
This is why Muhammad Ali is the greatest athlete that ever lived. This is why Muhammad Ali is the greatest athlete that ever lived. When you were the heavyweight champion of the world, when Ali was the heavyweight championship of the world, it was the biggest sports accomplishment in sports. Being a heavyweight champion of the world when Ali was, there was nothing bigger. I don't care if you were the greatest baseball player, football player, basketball player. The car was declined because the pin wasn't. What the hell? Basketball player. I don't care if you were the greatest Olympic athlete. There was nothing bigger around the world than being a heavyweight championship of the world. And when they said, you either join this, and we're not going to call you Cassius Clay. You're not going to be put into this arm. We're not doing it. And he said, nah, I'm good. Go ahead, take it.
Oh, it is an update. Suspended All-Star guard Kyrie Irving is nearing completion of the process needed to return to play and could rejoin the Brooklyn Nets as soon as this Sunday.
So I hate that he did all stuff. I hate.
So he a sellout, or is he smart for getting his money and playing the game?
No, he's not.
He played the game.
He's not a sellout. They just got him by the balls.
I don't think he's a sellout. I just think the pressures that are here today, he dealing with him some BS. Like, he didn't even do nothing.
But
and he's still gonna get booed when they go to the games. There's still gonna be people that say they're not going to support. There's still gonna be all of that in the stands.
This is the cowardly thing. All the players had to do is say, we're not playing if he has to do this list.
Ooh,
that's it.
Stop leaving.
That's half the league. They whole season messed up.
We're not playing.
You always say that if they all stick together and say we're not
if
there.
One person galvanized it and said, listen, y'all, we not playing if they do this to Kyrie.
Because they did it. All the media got together and said that every person that's not black that's complaining about what Kyrie said and Kanye said, some of them don't care. Some of them was like, whatever, that's their opinion. But they went along with what their group was doing because they stick together like that. What the hell is he apologizing for? Because he posted something? Again, like we keep saying, there's no outrage with Jeff Bezos for keeping it on his platform. You constantly pushing it out. They done this is such a thing that even the definition of anti-Semitic has changed. They done changed it to be more specific and direct and say it's hostile prejudice against the Jews.
But you know what? It's not even let me just I disagree with you on that. There's not even a definition no more. They just wait to see if they feel some type of way about it.
No, I'm talking about in Webster. Because
yeah.
I'm talking about the black and white. That has been altered. That has been changed to be direct. It was
right.
long. It was paragraphs. It covered a couple things, and then at one point it had black people in it, and I can't remember because I looked at it. But now, like all of that where black people were included in this definition is gone. It's just Jews. So now you got to, historians and scholars are probably going to look at it and say, all right, well, let's talk about the definition of Jews. So they're probably going to change the definition again. And that's what I'm talking about when I go back to reading. We don't read. We don't know what's there. So then when they present this stuff to us, we just stuck on this. I hate that I didn't have it written down, or I ain't got the Encyclopedia Britannicus anymore, or I might have a Webster dictionary around here from when I was a kid. And I'll look at that and see if that's even in there. And that's the thing. We don't because it's all written down. It's all written down. All we got to do is read stuff. That's why they ain't got no books in school no more. How you don't have books?
Put Kathy's thing back up. Kathy, I would love that statement made was true. It's not true. Them fans don't give a damn about LeBron.
I was about to say LeBron did say that Kyrie should play again. He did. Eventually he came out and said that.
No, he said LeBron first critiqued
he first
Kyrie.
Did. Yeah, then he switched up.
And then the list came out. And then he was like, now it's too much. No, the problem was you shouldn't have opened your mouth to begin with to go at him.
There will be a lot of fans that will support Kyrie, though. At least I'm sure the black fans will.
Have you been to a basketball game? Do you see the majority of the faces that are going to be there?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give him the business.
They plan to watch us entertain them. And that's why I always
until he hits the game-winning shot.
In Brooklyn.
I mean, but like Cube got a whole league. It's not as big as the NBA, but that's what I be saying. It can be done.
Kyrie ain't going to that. Kyrie is he at the height of his career.
I'm saying start our own. That's what I'm saying. Cube started the big three. It was small. It wasn't what it is today.
He can't pay them $160 million for 3 years.
It grows each year, but that's the point. If we say, okay, let's scale back and get this going. No, it ain't gonna pop right off. It's not. Everything has to grow. You ain't born.
But the reality is, my lifestyle. If I'm LeBron,
kids coming up behind you are gonna have the same. So if you saw about
sacrifice, that's a big sacrifice.
Black man, and you want to see the future do something different, black man, then shit.
But that black man got his family that he's taking care of. His whole aunts, his grandmoms.
Honestly,
his mom.
I think
they got their lifestyle. They need their money.
The faster way to do
it. That's coming after that, they still gonna have to deal with the same stuff. That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Nothing starts from the top. These Jewish people didn't gain control instantly. This is some stuff that happened over time. Everybody come from Africa, right? So understand there are empires over there. While no, every slave that was sold wasn't sold by a black person and I mean by a white person, and every person that came over wasn't just captured. Yes, some of the black kings sold black people to the white people. Some of them did that. Okay, but understand, we're a whole mighty nation. Over here in America, there's some bullshit because People won't stand up. Black women cannot do it. It has to start with the black men. That's why the shit is fucked up. And I'm sorry that I'm cussing so much, but this really pisses me off. You know, fuck LeBron James. LeBron James and all them other players should have stood up for this man, because if you go to LeBron James' page, he posting some bullshit too that don't mean that means nothing that I could be offended by. Anybody could be offended by. Bottom line, Kyrie shouldn't have to do none of that. All he did was post it. The problem is where it started, and nobody will deal with the root. It's on Amazon. Kyrie ain't made a dime off of this. It ain't benefited him nor his family. But all these people that's sitting up complaining about a post that he made, half of them are benefiting, because Jeff Bezos ain't the only one benefit. He has investors and they are benefiting off of this movie constantly being seen. So fuck all that. At the end of the day, if this shit wants to get right with black folks, that starts with black men. Period. And they can't be scared. And I got to
They are scared though, Shani. The reality is that's a lot they gotta give up. That's a lot they have to give up to make that happen.
A lot that everybody got to
look what happened to Cap, and they looking like, if I do this, I'm gonna lose my endorsements. I'm gonna lose this.
A lot.
Like, everybody's gonna lose a lot. But I get what you're saying. If that works,
give up. Shit, it's a whole bunch we got to give up. I can't be scared. We got to go out here and face these fucking lies every day. I can't tell my kids I'm scared. I can't do that.
I can't ask. All right. Give me a minute. I get it. What you're saying makes sense. Totally. But I can't ask of somebody something that I'm not quite sure I would do. I can't ask somebody to give up $200 million when I don't know if I'm capable. I'm just being honest. If I'm making 200, let me finish, Tony. Can I finish? I can't demand from somebody to do that. Now, the thing about starting a league, the problem is that these leagues have rigged the system, and white guys have tried to start leagues, and the NFL actually sabotaged them so they couldn't do the league. The only thing I could say that could happen, Michael Jordan owns the team, LeBron's going to own a team, and other black men can actually buy teams. And when you start buying these teams, now you start having control of what's going to go on in the league. They took the NFL to court, and they said the NFL was a monopoly. And then what the court system did with the USFL, which was a bunch of white guys, it was actually Donald Trump was one of the owners, and they took him to court. And when they took him to court, they won because it was a monopoly, just like the NBA is a monopoly. And then the court system turned around. You know what they gave him in damages? They gave him $1. So they know how they've rigged the system. Starting a league would be fantastic. Ice Cube has proven that on a lower level, you can start a league. It's just that these dudes have been trained to play in this league on the highest level and make all this money. And money is intoxicating. Money is something that is intoxicating. I don't know if I was married, if I told my wife, I'm making $200 million, but I'm leaving. I don't know how that relationship would handle it. I don't know. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. What you're saying is absolutely right. I just don't know if these cats are built to do it. And not just men. I don't know if the black women are built to do it. Jay Black, play Lil Bootsy, F them all. That's Shawty's new theme song. I don't even know if relationships could handle black women and black men could handle.
If the black woman got the right mind, she will.
But that's what I'm saying. What's the right mind? They like, listen.
I'm not the only black woman to think that way. We have countless examples of that. You got Coretta Scott. There's plenty of Coretta Scotts out there. You got Winnie Mandela. There's plenty of women like that. So I'm gonna say this, and some people gonna feel a certain way.
You think there are plenty? Wait a second. You think there are plenty of Coretta Scotts and Willie Mandelas out there? That's what you think. That's what your realistic mind is telling you.
Yeah.
That's who you see out all the time.
Willie Mandela that you see, and see them stupid bitches that's out there on that bullshit about getting fucking lace front nails and shit and booties and titties and shit. Yeah, that's some bullshit. But it is some women out there. There are plenty of Black women that want to see something different, and that's the problem. It keeps getting overshadowed with, no, y'all don't think like that. I mean, you said it yourself out of your mouth. That's coming right out your mouth, and the realization is that happens all the time.
What's coming out my mouth? Wait a second. What's coming out my mouth?
You said you think it's a bunch of Coretta Scotts out here.
Yeah, like, do you think there's a bunch? You think there's a bunch of Malcolm X's out here?
Yeah, I do. But when little girls and little Black girls and little Black boys are told that no, you can't be that, and no, that's not true, do this, then their mindset changes.
But you were asking.
So you have to certain things have to be instilled. But what happens is people get tired of fighting because the bullshit outweigh the real shit. And so when the real shit is trying to fight against the bullshit keep coming. It keeps coming and it keeps coming, and it changes some people. But no, there are women out there, are Black men out there that want to see things differently, but they get discouraged because you can't get a group of people, you can't get 5 people together to just say, okay, we gonna do this. We can't do that.
Sacrifice. It's a lot of sacrifice.
It's always some excuse as to why it can't be done. I hear so many excuses of why it can't be done, but it just ain't done.
I think
the same energy you put into why it can't be done is the same energy you can put in to get it done.
I think your naive thought is that you're putting it on the people, and the fact of the matter is the people who break down these things are a system that has been in place for 400 years that has mastered how to break down organizations and how to infiltrate them. They've done it for 400 years, and they know how to break. It's not the blame of the people. It's that the people just don't have the power of when it becomes powerful. You know what's coming next. You know the breakdown. You know what's coming next. You know the infiltration is coming next. You know what they're going to do next. What they're going to do is try to pick you apart, and they're going to try and pick you apart, and they're going to do what they did to Black Wall Street. That's why I'm saying. That's why, in my opinion,
after Black Wall Street, guess what we had? When Black people couldn't sit on wherever they wanted on that bus, they stopped riding the bus. And guess what happened? And the thing about that, the whole thing about that bus boycott, that's irritating. But I mean, I appreciate that it happened, but it's a little irritating. There were Black bus companies. So you know what? You ain't have to rock with these people. After they said, okay, y'all can sit on the front of the bus. We had bus companies. And I'm not talking about bus companies that were just local. We had bus companies that would travel across the nation, Black owned. But when that bus boycott happened, it was I just want to be able to sit on the white man's bus in the front seat. Well, here a bus that's just as good as that one that's Black owned that we could have just kept riding.
Well, I don't think there were Black owned bus companies.
There are. You got to read the history.
Wait. I'm saying, wait, Shawnee, we're gonna have Shawnee, if we're gonna have a conversation, it has to go back and forth.
Yeah, but
everybody gotta take a part. In New York City, in Chicago, in LA, in Miami, in all down south states, I'm sure I'll research it I'm sure there wasn't enough. And if they were bus companies, I'm sure they would have ridden them. But my point is, continue the story on what happened after the boycott. I want you to give me the whole video. What happened after the boycott?
After the boycott, then, and once they said, okay, y'all can ride on this bus, then everybody kept riding on their buses.
Right. And then
but they forced their hand to change that. And that's what I'm saying. If we work together, we can force their hand. Like I said on the sports show the other day, stop buying Nike and see what happens. Just stop buying it. Don't buy nothing on Black Friday and see what happens.
All right, well, let me see y'all stop buying Nike.
Who gonna rally that? Who gonna be that leader? Who gonna champion it? Barack.
I'm sorry. Continue, Shawnee. Go ahead. But who's gonna rally that?
If Harvey get on there, Mr. TMZ, and say, "Okay, my Jewish brothers and sisters, we ain't gonna eat it you know, the black chicken or whatever. I don't know.
Roscoe's
They not gonna say, well, I didn't want to name them like that. They're not gonna say, I don't want to eat there because I like they chicken. They're gonna say, okay. Now in their houses with each other, they might talk about it and try to figure out, well, how can we get that recipe so we can have it? But when they put something out, it just, okay, this is what we're gonna do.
No KFC, no KFC, no Popeyes.
When it's with us, it's, well, I got to have it. Well, I don't know. Well, who gonna do it? We got to do it. That's what.
I still want to continue on the bus boycott. After the bus boycott, Martin Luther King continued on. And he continued the revolution. And he continued to try and change everything. And he had the I Have a Dream speech. And who destroyed that movement?
Us, black.
No. Who destroyed the movement? The government destroyed the movement. They infiltrated. They destroyed the movement. And they made sure that man was going to die. And that is what I'm saying. There's no other. When people complain about black people not sticking together, this is what irritates me. People forget black people are the only race of people that have been literally targeted by the most powerful government in the world since the day this country was created. So it's a lot more difficult. I'm not saying it can't be done. The only problem is black people are the only race of people that literally are going to have to be killed in order for anything to happen. And even when they are killed, the people who set them up then give them a holiday.
Right.
But what I'm saying is when you complain about black people, no other race of people has the obstacles put in front of them that black people, no other race of people in this country have these obstacles. Not only that, what we'll do then is we'll send all your kids to schools that don't give them the same education that the kids in the other place have. We will then pollute it with drugs, liquor, and everything else, and make sure that you have another obstacle to overcome, which is your own obstacle before you even get the education. For you to even be enlightened is a mission. For you to get to the place of enlightenment is damn near a miracle. So that's the first step. Now, I'm not saying what you're saying is not right. What I'm saying is you simplify everything that people just don't want to do it. But there is a game plan that has been created so that people have been destroyed so they can't create it. So it's not as simple as we just need to do it. Though we on this show we brainwashed. We take part in things that are so that the money that we're spending is going to such racist, divisive situations all the time. All the time. Like this puzzle, I hate to be Debbie Downer. This puzzle is a puzzle that is so intricate that I don't even know how you break this code. I don't even know how you do it. Between poverty and then I make money. So I've been broke. I've been poor my whole life. Then I get somehow or another, I want to sign a $80 million contract. Then you tell the person who's poor, you need to get away from them. Wait, I just struggled my first 15 years of my life. They know what they're doing. They know why Hollywood can get away with doing what they're doing. They know how record companies can do it because you got a group of people in this country who have been oppressed from day one. So when you break out, you're like, all right, finally, ain't got to worry about getting shot on my block. The way their system is set up, there is no win for us.
Shawnee's saying, forget their system. Start our own system. Forget everything you got. Let's put it all together.
Like you said, they give us these schools. They flood it with alcohol. We allow that. We can pull our kids out of school and homeschool them. School. Why do they have to go to school? You can teach your kid, but some parents don't want to deal with the kid. They don't want to take the time to spend with their kids because they worried about self. And then all that you're saying, like, yes, our past generations went through all of that, but we have learned from, we can sit here and have a conversation about it. So the fact that we can talk about it and bring these facts up and have these different ideologies about it, we know what happened. So if we want to just, if that's where we want to stay, then we're going to keep doing what's been done. If we don't want to stay there, we're going to do it because we see what needs to happen in order for us to get out of it. But people are not bold enough to do that. because of a fear. And yeah, you gonna be fearful. I mean, I'm not the boss. You might think y'all watching might feel like, oh, Shawn bold. No, I got a whole bunch of fear. But it's just some shit that got to get done. It's 2 girls that I'm raising that I don't want them growing up, and I don't know what they're gonna do because they're their own individual, but I know what I'm gonna put in them. So they should be able to add to society and to be able to give, you know, something different than just showing up with a fat ass and a fucking lace front and popping their lips.
Hey.
All I'm gonna say is homeschooling. If I would have known more about homeschooling, I would have homeschooled. The only problem is if you got parents who went through the same educational system that was horrible as hell and don't have the capability of homeschooling their kids, that's a problem too. Because you went through the same education. I would have done the homeschooling if I would have been with my kids. That's something I would have done. I'm still. What was that? What was Jay?
No, she was just saying. Just conversation is very, very good.
It's just not as good. They've made it that it's just not as cut and dry. It is a complicated thing. It just is. It just is. Complacency, selfishness, along with the fear. But this is my thing. When we keep calling us complacent and selfish, that's not by coincidence. Some parents can't afford to take their kids out of school and homeschool them. I'm playing Jay Black. Oh.
No. I mean, that is an opposing view.
No, some people can. Some people
absolutely
can. But the thing is, we're quick to not. I mean, oh man, dog, this game is so much bigger than Nino Brown. It's so much bigger than a protest and a boycott. It's so much bigger than starting your own league. Like you have to have kids have to be raised from day one to have that mentality. But the parents weren't raised with that mentality. And the parents weren't raised with that mentality. And they know what they're doing. The system knows what it's built for. It's built for imprisonment. But, I mean, and back to Martin Luther King, Kanye West made a comment. He has a comment that he had about MLK. How much time we got? I only got that much time because I wanted to touch on this other thing. Yeah, play it real quick. Play Kanye.
Martin Luther King didn't get killed because of I had a dream. He had something else he was going to talk about: Black empowerment, economic empowerment. When I did the Forbes and I showed them the $890 million receipt and they still didn't say billionaire, they don't want us to know that we can buy land. They don't want us to have the 100% ownership. And the reason why I say these things out loud in this way is so I won't be killed. I said it out loud already. This is what. But last year, I was killed by the press for having a difference. Not having a difference in opinion, for having an opinion. When y'all read the headlines, Kanye's crazy, this is that, this, that. It's like 1 in 3 African Americans are in jail. And all the celebrities are in jail also. Because they can't say nothing. They have no opinion. They're so scared.
Well, Kanye, this is when I see the other side. And I'm trying to rock with you. I really am. I really do. I'm trying to rock with you, Kyrie Irving, the whole nine. Now, the other thing in history is that Martin Luther King not only was going to speak on Black empowerment, but Martin Luther King was going to have a massive gathering of people who were just poor, white or Black. He wanted everybody. And you talk about a common denominator. If you can get everybody who's struggling financially to come together and realize, oh, you poor too? Yeah. And white people are like, damn, I'm poor and you poor? That was a scary thing of what he was about to pull off. He was about to bring a common denominator to everybody. We're playing games that we can't win. Every time we figure out the rules, they move the goalposts. Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, they do. First, they didn't want here. Let me just bring it back to sports to tell you how they moved the goalposts. First, they didn't want high school players to come to the NBA, right? Then they realized them high school players saved the NBA after Jordan. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady, and they saved the NBA after Jordan. LeBron then took it to another level. So, well, they got mad at that, and they said, now you got to play for a few years, they said you got to play a year in college, right? So while they're in college, now the college landscape has changed. As a college athlete, you can now get paid. You can get paid for your likeness.
Your name and likeness?
Your name and you can make money, your name and likeness. So now, kids, these young people are like, I'm chilling. I'm going to stay in college a few years because there's a chance I may not make it in the NBA. So let me get this money. Now the NBA is literally complaining about players staying in college too long.
I didn't hear that. Wow. Yeah, because if you go to the league, you don't make it, you ain't gonna get that big time, long time money. But in college,
exactly.
You're doing good. You're getting enough bread, your family's good, and yeah.
And guess what? You get to if you're smart, you say, I'll stay here for 4 years, get this education because I don't really think I'm good enough, but I am good enough to be one of the good players in the college game.
Yeah, I'm good enough for this level.
So I can stack these shit. So now people were complaining that these kids are staying in college.
Wow,
football players and basketball players are staying in college too long.
So then they upset you staying too long. I need you to come out. I need you to
yeah. Why ain't they coming out? Why you keeping all this talent away? Dog, it's the irony of all ironies.
That's crazy. Man. That's deep. That's really deep.
I couldn't believe it when I started hearing that. I was like, wow.
So when they have to stay over in college, are they on full scholarships or are they having to take out loans and stuff too?
The full scholarship ones, they have to play for a year if you're on full scholarship.
But with them being paid. So if they're being paid, are they all on full scholarship? Like the whole football team is not on a full scholarship, right?
No, but if if your name and likeness can make money, you make the money.
You on the NCAA, you on the video games, your jersey sales, like it's your name and likeness. Yeah, that covers a lot.
So even if I make the football team, but I'm not a starter, I'm just on the football team. Am I getting paid too?
If your look and likeness is on anything, you're getting paid. Or if you want to sell your looking like let's say you're not on scholarship, but you turn out to be a good player, and there's a car dealership that wants to use your look and likeness in a promotion for the car dealership, which every car dealership doesn't care who you are. If you're in one of these little towns and they got a big time college football, or they just got a college team that gets like 30,000 people there, the dealership is going to pay you. They're going to pay you like 20,000 to your looking likeness. And then you can pop up in there and just be like, hey, I'm here.
Hey, I get
so
my
now
cars
these kids,
now
the colleges, the universities are still getting away with murder because they're not paying them. See, they think they're slick. They're still not paying them for producing a billion-dollar product. Alabama still ain't paying their players for creating $60 to $70 million a year of profit for that football team. And that football team is getting paid. Alabama, without the Alabama football team, that college is just a regular college. But they're getting paid, and now people are getting upset. I'll tell you one gangster move. For those who don't know, Greg Anthony used to play for UNLV. Here's a story about being smart. Shawnee, you'll love this. Greg Anthony made T-shirts while he was with the most popular team in America, the Running Rebels. They went to 2 NCAA finals. They won 1. Them, Larry
should have
Johnson,
won that second one.
They should have won that second one. That still hurts my feelings.
Yes.
Still hurts my feelings. So Greg Anthony was on scholarship, and they found out that his T-shirts were selling more than the T-shirts that was selling on the university campus for the team. He was selling them. They was like, we're going to take your scholarship away if you don't stop selling them. He made so much money that he said, take it. I'll pay my tuition myself.
Yeah, I like that story.
And paid his tuition his damn self and played that last season and then went to the NBA and made millions and now is an announcer. So that's one of the things that the scam is coming up. Like they're getting exploited, but still, these damn colleges still ain't paying them. All right, y'all. It's 8:53, 7:53 in Dallas, 8:53 here on the East Coast, Jersey, Philly, Delaware, all that good stuff. I just want to tell everybody watching, Cash App word of the day. We're going to start giving you more information. I will promise you tomorrow I will give you more information on the Cash App word of the day. It will start in December. And the gist of the whole thing is we're going to have a word of the day that's going to be flashing during the show. It's going to be flashing. It's going to be flashing. The first person to go to our YouTube page, not in the live chat, Not in this live chat like Don Page right now. That's a live chat situation.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go to the YouTube and in the comments, put the word of the day. Now, you know we can't cheat because you guys will see it. You'll see the winner, the first person to go on there. All you got to do is see the flashing Cash App word. I ain't going to say nothing. It's just going to flash. And y'all going to have to see it. Bam. We're not going to acknowledge it. We're not giving you no hints. But the winner will then get your Cash App focused and starred on the show. That means your Cash App will show the entire show. And we will tell people that is our Cash App winner of the day. Please donate some money to the Cash App. We will promote your Cash App for 2 straight hours. 2 straight hours. We're doing a telethon for your ass.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
Christmas presents.
A big, so you can get that those Christmas gifts for the kids and the whole 9 or whatever you do. If you don't celebrate Christmas, God bless you, because I wish I was with you. I wish I didn't have to celebrate Christmas. But my friend, you have your Cash App for 2 straight hours. It would be right here. It would be lighting up.
So
it'll probably be blinking.
So she got to watch on YouTube then instead of Facebook?
Well, you can watch on Facebook, but when you see the word of the Cash App word of the day, you got to go to our YouTube page, Media Room 360, and just type in the comment. Just type in the comments, just type in the word. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, Stacey, and you'll be good. All right, this has been great. I got a long day today. I hope everybody's safe.
Rodney said good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rodney Perry. Uncle
Good
Rodney.
morning,
Rodney Perry is up next.
Yeah, he been talking some crazy stuff. I could be catching his show. I'm riding his guests. Man, they be going in. But yeah, Rodney guys, he got a good show.
So you massage the clitoris.
Right. Like, whoa.
You massage the clitoris with a cold spoon. You put the spoon in the freezer. You take the cold frozen spoon out and you place it directly on the clitoris.
The lady that come on, Chanel.
I don't know.
Chanel. Come on.
Right, but well, hold up. So you take the cold spoon. Let me get this right.
Yeah.
I was like, God.
Now,
what?
If you want to do it, if the woman is turned on by what goes on in the butt, what you need is an environmentally safe straw. We didn't even talk about it in Milwaukee. Oh, all right, put this down. I'm writing this down right now. Let me tell you how weird.
He'll give more instructions, Nikki. He'll talk more about it.
I'll give you all more instructions tomorrow. We're not starting until December.
December.
In Milwaukee, there are 8 police officers who are being charged for sexually molesting the people that they arrested. I'm talking about sticking fingers in butts, massaging testicles, and all that other stuff. I just saw the report, and they are on suspension right now.
What color?
Basically, rubbing. I think they're white. Well, I'll find out more. We'll talk about that. You saw that, Stacey? That was crazy. The dude was like, he just stuck his finger in my butt. What?
He was looking for drugs. I was looking for drugs.
He said, we was just in the middle of the street. He just took your pants down and he started massaging my stuff. I said, yo, these people are crazy.
You said that was Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. Yes, indeed. Milwaukee.
Is that where Jeffrey Dahmer? I'm not going to say that. All right.
Yeah, who knows? I'm posting this everywhere. All right, y'all. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for every single thing in your life. Fight for your happiness and never, ever, ever let anybody take it from you or tell you you shouldn't be happy. All right, y'all. Have a great Thursday. Tomorrow is nothing but fun.
Yeah, fun Friday.
Nothing but a fun Friday.
Friday?
Just a fun Friday. That's all. It's just a fun Friday. The Church of Who Want It. The Church of Who Want? Oh no, the Church of Anybody Can Get It. The Church of Anybody Can Get It returns tomorrow. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it.
Deacon Brother Jay.
Yes, Deacon Brother Jay, who's the assistant pastor. Who was the first lady of the church? Who do we make the first lady of the church? Do we make Shawnee? Are you the first lady of the church? Because we already took a first lady of the church picture together.
I'm the first lady of the church. Right?
And what was Mo? What is Sexy Mo? What is Sexy Mo's? What is her part?
Mo decided to be the deaconess.
Okay, so the Church of Anybody Can Get It tomorrow.
Job descriptions, I'll tell you that.
And tomorrow I will have my first sermon for the.
What does a deaconess do? Good.
I don't know what a deaconess does. I don't
know what a deacon do, to be honest. But go
no, but you're a sister. The deacon, you just like if I needed a chick to smash out, you would tap her on the shoulder and say the pastor needs to see you after the. Yeah, he needs to holler at you in his office. No. All
We gotta go.
All right. So get ready tomorrow, y'all. I will have my first sermon for the church of Anybody Can Get It. Yes. So tomorrow it goes down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna need some organ. I'm gonna need some organ noise. I'm gonna need some organ stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we need some organ stuff. That's it. That's all. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. Be safe out there. Yeah, y'all.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you